Hello again, everybody. This video is not going to be so funny as all the other ones, so I probably will add a little bit of humor to it because that's just the type of person I am. A little bit of humor goes a long freaking way. I'm trying not to swear right now, just so you know. But, just so you know a little bit about me. In 2007, I was diagnosed with relapse-remitting multiple sclerosis. And most people don't know this, but there's approximately 400,000 people worldwide reported that have multiple sclerosis. Now, I'm not going to sit here and bash anybody who has, breast cancer, colon cancer, anything like that. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just saying, everybody knows what breast cancer is. Everybody knows what colon cancer is. Everybody knows what lung cancer is, throat cancer, all of that stuff. Everybody knows. But when you say things to people like, oh yes, I have MS, and they have no idea what you're talking about, and it's not just MS, it's a lot of other diseases and illnesses and ailments out there. It's, a little bit difficult to understand to other, people, for them to comprehend in their mind, like, what is that? And me in my life, the way I've dealt with it for the past couple of years since 2007, it's 2015, is to just, Google it. Because my old-fashioned way of coping with things is to not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. To be honest, I really don't want to talk about it, but I think it's time for a change in that. I think it's time where people really truly try to understand what it is that other people are going through, and just know that there are things out there that you may never know completely or understand completely, and I don't think that's expected of you. But if you have a friend, a family member, a coworker, somebody you know that is walking around with something that has maybe, like MS, for example, 1 week out of the year, 1 week out of the year is dedicated to MS awareness. And that's the very first week of March. MS can cause a multitude of things. It can cause cognitive disability, speech problems, problems swallowing, problems with your bladder and bowels. It can cause problems with walking. It can cause problems with use of your limbs, numbness, tingling, pain, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, a multitude of things. If there's one thing that I can educate you about, is this. Multiple sclerosis affects the myelin that encases the nerves that come out of your spinal cord. All of the nerves that come out of your spinal cord go to serve some purpose of your body. So if you have what they call lesions on your brain or your spinal cord, those are damaged parts of myelin that are supposed to protect the parts of the body that goes to serve. Think of it as an electrical cord. That's the best way I can explain it. It's an electrical cord, your nerves. Your nerves have a protective coat around them, just like a wire. So with MS, it's an autoimmune disease. It attacks the body. Your body doesn't recognize that this is good stuff going on. So with autoimmune diseases, your body attacks itself, and with MS, the body attacks the myelin, the protective coating, like an electrical cord, that goes around the nerves. That's what happens. MS can affect so many things. They used to call it the mystery disease because nobody ever knew what it was. They used to call it the bathtub disease because if they put somebody in a hot water in a bathtub, symptoms would flare up. My goal here is to just educate you a little bit about what MS is. Now, in 2007, I was in college, about to go to my second school, Alvernia, and get my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And I was diagnosed with MS, and I was very, very sick, bedridden. I couldn't get up, I couldn't move, I was completely numb on my left side. And my hope here is to give other people some hope, because I've been through a lot of down times in my life, and I'm just trying to give some hope. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not saying that I don't have down times now. I really do. Still now to this day, I have down times. I have times where I feel like, wow, do I really want to wait until I'm like 50 and maybe in a wheelchair? No. There are times that I think about that. There really are times. But there are also times that I think about, if I ever hit that point, I want a scooter that's turbocharged with wheelie bars and an orange flag, because orange represents MS. That's what I want. And my husband knows it too. I want a freaking orange scooter, turbocharged. Give me an orange flag. I'm gonna race your ass around the place. But all funny things aside, my story is, I was diagnosed. I got set back from college a little bit, but as soon as I was out of the hospital, I caught up on all my stuff. I took that shit by the freaking bullhorns. I went on to Alvernia, and I dragged my ass through college. But on the flip side of that, I did a lot of good things too. I mean, a lot of changes in my life. It's like one day you're standing on your magic carpet, and the next day somebody takes that carpet and rips it out from underneath your feet. You think you're living the dream life, and then the next thing you know, great, I have a disease. But what I've been trying to do is not let that affect me so much, and let it build me up. Let it make me a stronger person. And that's what I hope this video helps everybody who has MS do. Whether you're younger, you're older, build yourself up. Find something that takes you away from that, takes you away from that MS, takes you away from having to deal with that every day on a daily basis. The fatigue, the stress, the anxiety, the numbness, the tingling, the pain, the having to struggle just to walk upstairs, having to struggle just to see properly, swallow properly, speak properly. I get you. I feel you. And I'm 29 years old. I'm going to be 30 this year. That really freaking sucks. So, some of the things that I do to try and help myself feel better, and trying to help myself know that I'm a special person, and I was put on this earth for a reason, and that whoever the big man upstairs is that decided that I was this special person who could deal with it, I'm going to prove him wrong. Well, not wrong. I'm going to prove him right. I'm going to prove him right. I'm going to prove him that, yes, you did choose the right person to handle what it is that other people couldn't possibly handle, no matter how many times in life that I thought and felt like I just wanted to give up in any way, shape, or form. So, this is just one of the things that I do to prove that. I do a lot of arts and crafts. So this is my craft room. This is my craft bench. And on my craft bench, you can see, not only do I do a lot of paintings and drawings, I do a lot of other things with bird cages, with flowers, and then a lot of other just random stuff that I find to do, like painting on pieces of glass. I have a craft room, and like I said, I did go to college. I never gave up on college, no matter what. I didn't give up. So here are all of my awards. The top one there is my Academic Excellence Award. I graduated top of my class with the highest GPA. Over there is my Alpha Phi Sigma, which is the National Criminal Justice Honor Society. Over here is St. Thomas More, the local Criminal Justice Honor Society. And at the bottom is my degree from Reading Area Community College. And then there is my medal. That's the medal that I wore at graduation. And then some more artwork from Brandy. Butterflies, yeah, forget about the cowboy stuff. But this is one of the things I do to prove to myself that I still can. I still can. And you still have that talent and ability and spark somewhere inside of you. And I hope that anybody that watches this video who has MS or any kind of disease or ailment or illness can believe that within themselves too. That there is something special about you. There is something special about you, and to take whatever it is that's special about you and embrace it, and don't ever give up. Don't ever give up on yourself. I've had many special friends see me in my darkest times, and my husband too, my family, and they embrace me with every little piece and soul that they can. And sometimes I don't want to hear it because I'm stubborn. But in the end, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can. You can keep moving forward. You can keep doing what it is you need to do for yourself. You can keep moving on and living on in this life. You were given this life for a reason. Make the most of it and don't give up. And don't think you're any less of a person because you have this. Just take that shit by the balls and freaking strangle that shit. Sorry males. How about this? You take that shit and you strangle it, and you take your life back in your hands and you say, fuck you. You can't have my life. It's my life. It's your life. So make the most of it. Love y'all.